Hi, beautiful one. How are you doing today? And today I'm going to be speaking to you from the heart. Absolutely. It's not a polished motivational talk. It's not anything but me just being real with you. I want to talk about what it really means to be raised in pain and how we can still rise in power. For a long time, I must say, I thought survival was strength. But I didn't grow up learning about self care or boundaries or softness. That's the honest truth. I didn't learn those things. I grew up learning how to cope and how to endure and how to get through, because one of the reasons why was I grew up in poverty and there was very little parenting because there was a lot of emotional trauma from the parents and even me growing up, right? There was nothing really dramatic. It was just quiet, or I was just quiet. And it just seemed that life was a constant struggle. And this is the kind of struggles that shape you without even realizing it. Now, one thing that I have learned is that pain doesn't have to define us. It can refine us. And that is so beautiful that we know when we go through a refinement process of that gold not being so pure that it has to go through the fire before it's refined and then it comes a pure gold. And that is really what trauma can do. And these are the lessons that we can learn, right? So we don't have to lie down in trauma. We can rise through it. And also, healing isn't a one-off moment. It's a daily choice. So every day that we get up, we can choose to, like I said, lie down in the trauma, or we can rise through it. And rising means that every day that healing is a constant work in progress. It's a constant daily practice. And I must say, even now as a grown woman, I'm still learning. We're learning every single day, still healing, and life is still challenging. Regardless of how we are getting on, life still brings its challenges. And the hardest thing of all is the fact that I am a mother, and that's meant to be a really beautiful thing, right? Being a mother's meant to be one of the greatest joys in life. But I must say, it is a beautiful role, but it's one of the most painful roles as well in the world. And I can say this because recently, well, not recently, it's been a few years, my youngest son, he entered into a relationship that has slowly isolated him. And for months, I was trying to communicate with him. I wanted to see his certain things, happening at the time. And I just feel that that communication was being misunderstood. And it got to the point that I was labelled a passive aggressive. I mean, that broke me. It broke me because I would not like to think of myself as that, So because of this, I said something that I regretted. I told him to keep his children, and that's putting it nicely. That's the nicest way that I can put it here on this presentation today. I know that those words were said from pain. I was in so much pain. And it wasn't the truth, because of course I want to see his children. Of course I don't want him just to keep his kids to himself. These babies are there to be shared, And I carry that responsibility forward. I really do carry that responsibility forwards. But I also learned something really important, that hurt people hurt too. We've heard the saying, hurt people hurt people. I didn't want to hurt no one, but I was hurting too. Because I remember once when my son was younger that he told people that I was dead. And even though he was a young person, right, he was young then, it stayed with me. It stayed with me now. And as an adult, there's still a lack of accountability and emotional maturity on both sides. And even though they are younger, it doesn't mean that as parents that we don't hurt. So this taught me a really hard lesson. And that lesson is that adults or children become adults. Small children will become adults, and unresolved wounds grow with them. Yeah? And that's why we're talking about this whole healing process. Healing doesn't mean pretending that things didn't hurt. We were hurt at the time, but healing means that we can choose, we have the choice to become better. Healing doesn't mean pretending that things didn't hurt. It means that choosing not to be bitter because of it. Life doesn't stop challenging us just because we've already been through challenges. We may have been through a lot. Life gives us a choice, and that is the most beautiful thing of it all, is that we do have the choices. We can allow a bad day to become a bad life. Again, it's a choice. Or we can pull up our big girl panties and move through the challenges, move through the miasma towards something that is better. And yes, sometimes it really does feel like we're living in a miasma of misery. I call it my miasma of misery. But here's what I tell myself today. Yesterday can't beat me because it's gone. Can't beat me no more. Whereas today, I would choose to embrace the moment right now. I'll choose to embrace the moment today, because self-care is not selfish. It is essential. I've said this many, many times, and no one is going to come and save us. It's just, no one's going to come and save us. That's why I love to work with the people that I work with. I work within the community. I work with people that may feel like they've been forgotten. So I work with the over 50s that feel that they're invisible because, they've given so much of themselves up until that point, and then life changes for them, right? So for the over 50s, I also work with disabled people. That every one of us has gifts. Every one of us has gifts. And even though we may have a disability, we can still find purpose in that disability as well. And I also work with people who know that they're meant for more, but don't know where to start. So I run workshops, writers' workshops, I do money management, I do menopause. I also work on the emotional side of things, things that are practical, things that we can put into our lives that will help us on a daily basis. And I also have started to run retreats. So they are day retreats at the moment. They will increase into weekend retreats, but let's start small. But let's just start. That's how I deal with it. And if you don't need advice, there's a space there. You can come and have a tea, a coffee, sit down, have a chat, meet new people. And that's what it's all about. It's a space to breathe. It's a space to feel. It's a space to heal, and a space to remember who you are as an individual. So we know that nature heals. I've got a video around here somewhere that helps us to see that nature heals, but also connection heals as well. I've got a video somewhere here as well. And also feeling safe heals. So all those things go hand in hand together. And we know that these safe spaces, that they do change lives. And we know people may not feel safe, but when they do feel safe, they remember their worth. And when we remember our worth, we stop settling. We don't need to settle for anything, because why? We can rise, we can realign, and we can rewrite our stories. So it isn't easy. It isn't easy. It's not perfect. And some days you'll feel powerful. And then you'll have other days where you can cry in the shower, or you can be your own best friend. Love yourself, talk to yourself. And there's nothing wrong with that. But every single day, I know you can choose yourself. You're winning. You're winning every single day that you rise and you stand up. Because healing is a daily challenge. Every day has its challenges, and every day we're healing. but it's worth every single ounce of your time. Every ounce of your time that we give that healing process, we are winning. Okay, so all it starts with is just one decision. We just got to make one decision. And what we can say is, yesterday can't beat me, and today I choose to rise. Keep going, beautiful one, and thank you so much for listening. And if this did resonate with you, please share it with someone who might need to hear it today. And don't forget to, if you haven't already, to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And I'll see y'all on the other side. Take care, beautiful one.